All right, y'all. Today is February 26th, 8:21 a.m. Got about uh 8 or 9 minutes for the bell rings. I want to go over like a little pregame analysis real quick. I posted this pattern in the group chat. So hopefully I play it well. So we have a falling wedge. It's been, we're in a downtrend. This is the hourly chart here. So we're in a downtrend, clearly. Looks like the market has digested a downtrend pretty hard. So I think what we're doing now is we are in a state of reversal. Market's been pretty bloody over the past 3 or 4 days or a week. Um, so kind of channeling right now. From my, pattern book, typically it says we should measure the height right here and then, let the falling wedge go out and then measure the height from right here to right here or however the height is. So I calculate the height to be, 6'11", just about, and then right here is about at 5.99, so about 10 points or $10 or however you want to say it. So from here to here should be about 10 points. So 5.95 to about 10 points is about 605. I don't anticipate holding it that long. I'm not a swing trader. I'm more of a day trader. It could go there in a day, but I don't hold stuff that long. So I hold things for, 20, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour, and then I'm done with my day. I go about my business. So one thing I did notice, here's where my support and resistance lines are. If you need further explanation on that, I can give it to you real quick. Not the greatest. I'm not really this support line is amazing. I fully support this line. No pun intended. Um, I think this line is great. The resistance, a little messy. I don't really see it. It's not really clear. Like you see how it's just cutting through all of these lines here. But what made me choose or decide on that is this bounce back right here, the last retest. So this was the last most recent retest. And so if you watch my videos or you kind of been in a session with me, you kind of know that um, a test and a retest for me on a resistance is pretty solidified. So this was the most recent test and retest. So because of the recency of this bounce back, so it kind of pushed through there and then it kind of bounced up here and now it just flushing down. For me, that's resistance. Okay. So the most, that's kind of the important factor to remember. The most recent information you have is the most important. 20 days ago is important too, but as you can see on my support line, but when it comes to day trading specifically, recent information is important. Um, as far as these yellow lines here, these are more of my trading range signals. I'm sorry, started through that. Um, the reason why these yellow lines are here is because of this candle here. I don't often go into a 4 hour time frame, which is what I'm on right here. But I had to notice that I couldn't see a lot of things clearly, like on the 5 minute or the hourly chart. I didn't see any patterns clearly. I mean, I saw it clearly on the hourly, but information from 3 or 4 days ago doesn't always help today's information. So again, the most recent information that I have is this huge candle right here, which is trapping all other candles inside, right? So from the wick right here, top to bottom, all of these candles are inside of this candle here. So we're in a 4 hour channel or a 4 hour trading range, right? So I just made that note for myself. Um, and kind of the lesson behind that is I always go to the higher time frames. See, I'm on a 5 minute right here. I don't see anything clearly right here. Like I don't see anything clear on a 5 minute. The only thing I could see that was clear on the hourly was, the falling wedge, which is a reversal pattern. Um, and then as of right now, today, um, you know, the only thing that I could see. was the when I broke down the 4 hour chart was that one candle that's trapping everybody in. So we're in a trading range, kind of waiting to burst out. So if you're on the hourly, you're already kind of in, limbo as far as maybe we're about to go bullish, maybe not. We don't know what the market's going to give us. As far as a 4 hour channel, this is not going to be very effective, right? So common sense would say trade with the downtrend. Is what common sense would say. We're obviously in a downtrend. Um, that's what common sense would say, but the candlesticks are kind of signaling that we might be getting ready to reverse. So be careful of this, right? So that's where I am. That's all the information I have. A whole lot of questions and not a lot of answers. That's typically how all of my pre-market analysis are. I don't want to come in with a bias. I don't want to come in assuming that it's going to be bullish. I want to wait for confirmation. So in order for this to be considered bullish for me, I needed to break this 4 hour channel. It needs to break above this yellow line here confidently. It doesn't need to kind of teeter across it and then fall back down. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but make sure when it breaks, if it does break on this 5 hour chart, a 5 minute chart, if it does break this 4 hour channel, make sure that it is a confident candlestick, which means it's a bullish candlestick, not just that it's green, but that it's also, no, not a lot of wicks at the top or the bottom, or um, you know, just look for a bullish candle confidently closing above the 4 hour channel if it's going to remain bullish. So uh, we got about 2 minutes. So the sum of this entire analysis is until something breaks between these yellow lines, we don't touch anything. We don't do anything. All right. So that being said, um, got about a minute and 43 seconds. I am mentally ready. Video is ready. Everything's just about ready. So we'll just let the 2 minutes run out. Nothing more for me to explain. And then we'll get it going from there. But yeah, probably look to go bullish, but no assumptions, no bias. Just wait for the market to show you what it wants to do. And I'm also putting myself on a timer. That's a new rule I'm implementing. Even though I don't follow all of my rules, great. But if I don't get, my certain signal, or if I don't get my setup on 9:30, I'm going to get up and in the video, and I'm going to get up and in the trading session because typically, after 10 or 10:30, it's not a lot of volatility left, or not a lot of volume left. And what I typically have a habit of doing is I wait until about 10:30 to get off, and that's not always great to do. So sometimes that'll get me. I'll trap myself into a trade just to say I traded, and then I'll start losing money. So I've got to be more aware of my surroundings and my trading style. So if nothing comes by 9:30, I'm out of here. So these videos will now no longer be more than an hour, 15 minutes, really, at worst case scenario. So, all right, let's get it going. About 10 seconds left, and then the session starts. All righty. All right, and it's officially 8:30. Let's first thing I like to do is I want to look at the prices for the day. So everything looks very expensive. I haven't seen things be this high in a while. It looks like we're going to be somewhere around like 750. So probably look to trade about 10 contracts, maybe 10 to 15 contracts, somewhere in there. If we're looking to go bullish, so somewhere between 10 to 15 contracts. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. Um, we're shooting for an expiration date of March 7th. So I have to give ourselves some time just in case. I don't really trade zero DTEs or within the same week of a trade or anything like that. I like to give myself like a week just in case I'm wrong, or just in case I do something stupid. So Giving myself until the 7th. But yeah, so March 7th, about 9 days. Don't fully know um, everything that's gonna go on, but yeah, we're gonna wait right here. So Bears start off in control, but we're gonna stay put. We're not gonna rush anything. Keep my hand off the mouse. And typically, I have a 5 minute rule anyway, so I don't typically like to. I typically I let the market sort itself out um, with the first 5 minutes. Let everything calm down. Could be in a situation where we're a little stagnant the first 15 or 20 minutes, maybe because of the 4 hour channel, because we're technically in the inside range here, so that is important to recognize. But like I said in the beginning, until it breaks these yellow lines, we don't need to move or do anything special. So we'll stay put till then. Um, get another gaze at the prices just in case. But yeah, if we are looking bullish, we're somewhere around. And then another thing is the spread. You don't want that spread being so wide. That's another reason why I wait the first 5 minutes because I don't like that spread being, 15, 20, 30, 40 cent apart. Well, that's different. Let me go to the bid and ask. I'm sorry, I was looking at the market and last. That's not what I wanted. I was looking at this. So this is what you want. You typically want that spread to be, 3 to 5 cent within each other, right? So anytime the spread is 20 cent or 40 cent far apart, that means the market is going insanely crazy. And we don't want no parts of that. We don't want to be a part of that. So, all right. So stay focused, stay zoomed out. That's one of my, somewhat weaknesses too. I I'll end up, zooming in so much that I'll change my game plan. Nah, nothing there. Got about a minute 15 on this 5 minute candle here. Oop, sorry. It's important to always remember the overall picture, not not what's happening in the moment. And those sometimes it is kind of good to look in the moment. I know I just said recent history, but we got about 45 seconds on this candle here, so be careful. Be careful. It's mentally I'm telling myself to be careful, but um, could be falling into a bear trap first couple of minutes here. Bears could be pushing it down to only, only get trapped in. But like I said, I'm gonna keep reiterating that same point until it crosses the yellow line. We're staying put. Like if the market's not ready to move, stay put. So could be somewhat of a trap happening the first 30 minutes or so. I see bears kind of getting a little squeeze in, maybe a little push down. I don't trust it. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be so worried about traps. I just stay out. I just stay away. Hoping we get what we need. Hopefully the Bulls kind of take over and cross that 4 hour channel. That's a lot. I mean, it's not a lot to pass over. What, about 2, 3 bucks? It's not a lot to kind of. I'll get it done within the next 20 minutes. But uh, if we don't, it's important to also remember if I don't get what I need in the next hour, I'll be trading again on Friday. So, you know, I think I used to have that problem. I still kind of have that problem here or there, but you know, just don't be in a rush to trade. You, I can always sit at this desk and make money. I have to tell myself that, and I think I posted this in the group chat as well, like in the motivation of the meme. 95% of trading is just waiting. That's hard for a lot of people to kind of wrap their heads around. It seems so fun. It seems like a video game. It seems fun just to kind of jump in, but almost like meditating. Just sorry, sit still and just wait. My original game plan was just to wait for this 4 hour channel to break. Gotta wait. Gotta wait it out. Alrighty. Looks like we got about 2 minutes on this candle here. It's kind of pushing up. So looks like the bulls might be ready to party here. If you wanted to, if you wanted to worry about kind of tightening the lines here, no, I'll keep it where it is right here. I was thinking about tightening this up here, like bringing it down to 547, but now we're good. I'll keep it, I'm good with keeping it right there because making those adjustments would change how I view the 4 hour candle. I'll kind of explain what I mean. And like I said, I usually don't view the 4 hour candle, but this candle right here is very important. Everything's trapped in right here. So um, we're waiting on it to break. And even when it's important to know that even when it breaks this line here, or if it does break this line, it's coming back into this purple line most likely. So it's not going. This is not going to be a long trade at all. Um, so don't fall into the hype, thinking that we're gonna go to the moon and be bullish. Um, it's gonna bump its head on that 4 hour pullback EMA. So let me do this. Sorry, sorry, I keep doing so much moving. I try to not be bored. That's another problem. Just sit and be bored. I guess that's why I chose to start talking to myself and talking on camera. But looks like the Bulls are ready to party. So just let it do its thing. Let it cross over that 4 hour channel line. That's pretty strong from a 5 minute perspective. Yeah, it's a kind of like a bullish engulfing. I think I've taught on that already. But yep. Oh, see, zooming in. See me zooming in. Zoom in so much you lose sight of everything. But I still got the hourly, so it's okay. As long as I can keep a long term perspective over the past 3 or 4 days when I lose my mind. But but yep, once it breaks about, you know, 598, might be ready to jump in bullish. Gotta get there though. Got about, you know, 4 minutes and 45 seconds, or 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 3 minutes. I'm sorry. Be trying to look at the clock. Be trying to keep up with the clock here. In case I need to mention it, I don't know why. I don't think I need to keep mentioning it, but we are in a live trading session using real money. Not, I know that matters for some people. Um, but yeah, usually, for my Discord people, if you can't see my face, that's a telltale. It's for security reasons, I believe. I think the platform doesn't allow you to record your face. Anytime I would be on the platform, the camera would shut off. So it's probably like a sophisticated security thing above my pay grade. But here we are. We got about 3 minutes on this candle specifically. So so far so good. So far the bulls are kind of doing their thing, zooming in. I got a bad habit of that. You see, I'm kind of catching myself in the midst of everything here. Oh, that's a rejection. It's a hard rejection. It's a hard rejection. That's hard. Could it continuously be a rejection? Bears are fighting here. We got about 2 minutes on this candle. Let's see how it finishes. Not that it's going to, change my perspective on a lot of things. Zooming in again. Bad habit, real bad habit. I don't know if I can ever what I don't know what I can do to change the habit. I guess stay right there. I, the reason, okay, I guess the reason I zoom in is like the reason it's a habit is because I need to review this a lot closer. But it's fine. I'll let this candle finish and then I'll dig into it. Um, yeah, but it's what we got here. You know what I do evaluate or like what I do want to see. I don't know I'm zooming in, but it's it's important that I do so right here. Just a just a series of ranges here. So you got about a minute and 10 seconds left on this one, but I'll tell you what, yeah, we'll see how it finishes, but it's important to know that, these are like everybody's kind of staying inside of here. We'll see if this breaks. It's a series of trading ranges, a puzzle within a puzzle, a maze within a maze type thing. I'm sure, I mean, eventually it'll break. So somebody got to win. Somebody got to win this battle. But yeah, so maybe I keep it like that. Maybe that's a good view. I'm sure I'll change it in the next 5 minutes or so. Ah, here we are. Um, yeah. So we're in a maze within a maze here, or a trading range within a trading range. So nothing really changes, honestly. If you want some type of analysis on this is kind of this is a bearish candle, so we are getting a bearish move here, like a bearish push on that EMA. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if it stays that way. I think it's still important to kind of focus in on the yellow lines in the 4 hour channel. So we're not nothing about our game plan has changed. Um, even if let's talk about it. Even if the candles break down and come down here, like that doesn't really change for us. We stay put. Like I don't. I mean, and here's my other assumption. Like by the time 9:30 gets here, um, you know, I don't think the candles will be all the way down here and breaking this right here, right? Like the time 9:30 gets here, I mean, I'm probably gonna get up and go to work. Like, so that's important to know that, with that new rule I'm implementing for myself, like I'm not gonna sit here all day and watch this. It has to do what I want it to do eventually, or I'm out. So, um, but yeah, so just stay put. All that being said, just stay input, or we're not inputs. Use a different phrase or vocabulary, Jeffrey. But yep, just waiting on the Bulls kind of push it over. If they don't, that's fine too. Kind of getting some tell you what I see, seeing the Bears kind of getting squeezed out here or there. Surely short is it surely? Shortly but surely, or surely enough. Let's say that. Surely enough. The Bears are kind of giving it their last all year. So I don't know how much longer they'll be able to hold on to maintain or hold on, but kind of on the side with the Bulls here. We'll see if they begin to widen their lead. About 2 minutes on this candle here specifically. Okay. Okay. Bulls are ready to party. Kind of breaking the little small candle range there that it was in. I'll give it the minute 45 seconds left, but yeah, that's out. I think that's broken. That'll be broken and out of there, so it'll be cool. I think it's good to remove that. I think that was nothing more than a fake out. This right here, this little push down rejection here. Kind of either kind of scare the Bears into getting in a trade, or maybe some of the Bulls are taking their profits. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it looks like the Bulls are kind of ready to make some noise eventually. We'll see. Got about less than a minute on this candle, so it's already broken a little small range there. So that's done. I think the Bulls are gonna be good to kind of take their lead pretty soon here, maybe before 9 o'clock or around 9 o'clock. So we'll see in the next 10 minutes how it goes. All right, Bulls are doing their thing, man. I can appreciate that. Got about 15 seconds on this candle specifically, and it's a bull candle. Like this type of candle I want to see cross over this yellow 4 hour channel. So that's impressive. That's good to see. It's like the Bulls are kind of ready to make their mark. So all right, so we're gonna remain disciplined though. We're not gonna jump in early. Going to stick to the game plan. I know I say that often, but I try to, do what I'm supposed to do here. And Bulls are kind of establishing a turnaround here, so getting all kind of bullish signals. I'll stick to the game plan though. Don't want the market to bump its head on the 4 hour channel and push itself down. Gotta remain consistent, remain patient. It's almost there. Let the market take care of itself. I'll make sure everything is kind of in place while I wait. kind of pre-game plan ahead, but if we got the right expiration date, the seventh next week, just in case we're wrong. But of course, as a buyer of options, and I'll teach on this later. I don't have no intentions of um, keeping this trade over a week. If you've seen my videos or anything like that, you've noticed that I get out of trades 20, 30 minutes or maybe even an hour. So as a buyer, you have the ability to close a trade when you want. So it's one of the perks of being a buyer of options. But yep, so we're gonna be somewhere around $7 by the time this pushes up a little bit, somewhere around there. So nothing to do for 15 contracts maybe. Let the market take care of itself. Got about let little 2.5 minutes on this candle specifically. Look, it's ready to kind of do its thing. Market looking good, looking really good. Got about a minute and 10 seconds. Oh no, you got about 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm looking at. My timer is crazy. But yeah, if you're sorry, I did that. If I were, and I am into this, but just to kind of dive into a smaller pattern here, it's like a broadening pattern there, which is a bullish signal, a bullish pattern. But I think I've already kind of, when you start to see bullish pattern um, on the hourly, and then you got a bullish pattern maybe on the 5 minute. Um, those are good signals. Those are good things. Those are really good things. So that's good when you start to see bullish patterns on multiple time frames. Everybody's kind of in agreement with each other. So that's good. Try to stay zoomed out. Ah, patience and discipline. Patience and discipline. Let it cross that yellow line, and I think we're off to the races eventually, or at least we'll get what we need. But it's good that the market is kind of, doing its thing early, like in the first 30 minutes or whatever. Oh, we got about 5 seconds on this candle and it didn't quite break, so that's disheartening. But um, what's probably going to happen is the next candle is going to be super freakish, amazingly tall, like up here somewhere, maybe within the next 5 minutes. But hopefully not. But I, never use the word hopefully or hope in trading. Just remember, you don't control anything about the market. You don't control how high it goes, how fast it moves. You're just a part of it. So, um, yeah, if this candle here can break this yellow line, I think I'm good to enter into the trade around 9. But it has to remember, it has to do it confidently. It has to not be a weak breaking. So, what I mean by that is like, it can't be like a doji just barely breaking above the yellow line here. Which I guess it's good. We can zoom in now. Like I'd rather zoom in. Um, Let me do this. Let's move it over a little bit. That's good. I'm good with that. Well, I can see everything. The yellow lines, support and resistance. Um, but yeah, so we want to make sure that we get what we need. want to make sure we evaluate this candle very closely. You got about 3 minutes and 15 seconds on this candle here. So hopefully this is the moment. Kind of get that break. Just remain patient. It's kind of bumping his head right there on that yellow line. Bear's kind of pushing it down, which is somewhat expected, but I mean, this is just another emphasis on why we should remain patient. Stay steady, pushing it pretty hard too. We do have about 20, or not 20, but 2 minutes and 15 seconds on this candle, so it could turn, but just remain patient, stay steady. Um, Bears giving me a hard time. Just a little bit. Would love to see this break before 9 o'clock, but got about a minute, minute and a half. Just remain patient. I'm more so talking to myself here. A little self-talk. So we're getting a little something here. Got about a minute and 10 seconds. Still got time. Still got time. And for the Bulls to kind of bust through that yellow line there. Looks like they're kind of ready to do so. Maybe. 45 seconds. 40 seconds. As you see me breathing, I'm getting more and more antsy or emotional, or it's always good to start to control your breathing. Just to remain calm, remain patient, stay disciplined. More so just talking to myself here. 20 seconds. If we can get this counter to turn green, it'll be solid. 10, 15 seconds. Just for the assurity that everything is right. But who knows? 5 seconds. And it's 9 o'clock. Not the greatest candle. That's more of a bearish signal here. So we may be bumping our head here, but we'll see. I hate that that happened, but it just makes us have to be patient just a little bit longer. But we'll remain patient. Maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. We'll have to be patient, but let's just wait it out. It would have been great to get that candle, but it's not our responsibility. On our training. Some bulls. All right, so yeah, still waiting. Wait for this to happen. Wait for it to break. That's why you don't jump in early. Don't make any sudden movements. Remain patient. It's good to know that we're still like, the game plan is still intact. So remain patient here. Got 4 minutes on this candle here. In a perfect world, that candle would have crossed and been fine, and we would have been okay. And We could have jumped in the trade and been out of the trade in 10 or 15 minutes, but it's in a perfect world. But we're on the right side of I mean, we're on the right side of the game plan, so just be patient. 95% waiting, 5% is execution. I'm not the greatest at executing anyway. Got about 3 minutes on this candle. See how it reacts. Also important to know that I got about 27 minutes before I get up. And if I don't see anything I like, I'm out of here. No sense of waiting on it. No sense of trying to force it. I can come back and make a trade I can come back and make a trade tomorrow, make a trade Friday, but I think Friday's my day. I think I'm trading on Friday. So if this doesn't happen in the next 25 minutes, just come back Friday, which I'm sure it probably will. It's close to kind of breaking here. Just we'll just need a little encouragement, I guess. Got about a minute and 45 seconds on this candle. I think we'll get it on this one. Looks like we will. Also important to know to just remain patient here. Just wait it out, let it confirm. So now that we're kind of edging over, I don't need the hourly candle, but because the hourly candle is somewhat irrelevant, we're in a new hour, so you don't need that. So we're looking at calls. Like I said, it's gonna be somewhere around $10. So it's at 7:10, 7:11 right now. We got about a minute left on this candle. Let this candle confirm. Let it finish over. Hopefully it does. They're fighting hard. The bears are fighting. But if it can finish, looks like the bears are kind of losing it here. Um, but yeah, probably look to do is that 5.99? Yeah, so look to do somewhere around here. 5.98, 5.99, but you got about 20 seconds. Look at that fake out. Oh, 20 seconds. That's a lot of pushing going on. That's why it's yeah, let's wait that out. That's too much shoving going on here. That's a lot of shoving. 5 seconds. That's why it's good not to jump in early. The Bulls are holding that 4 hour channel up. Um, Bulls kind of won that candle just a little bit, but um, that was tough, right? So let's do this. That's a lot of volatility at that candle. Crazy, right? At least someone got like a little small range kind of forming here. So I'm always more into like talking and educating. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not gonna rush myself into a position. But I like telling y'all what I see versus trying to jump in. Well, lie. I like jumping in trades. I'm not gonna lie on myself like that. But but yeah, if we can get a break over one of these lines here, I'm cool with the yellow line. Preferably the blue line now that we've created this long sense of a doji here. Um, but yeah, if I can get a break over the yellow line, I think I'm still cool with the market kind of taking off after the yellow line. I hate that another range was created. Um, market could jump all the way down here, could come back to this EMA eventually, but yeah, so The Bears are fighting for their 4 hour line. I mean, fighting, fighting. So that's what's important to me right now. Just kind of waiting on this line to be established and broken. All right. More patience, right? That's all that just happened. About 23 minutes before I call it quits. But yeah, it would have been great if the market could just go straight up and do what I wanted to do. Specifically zoning in, you got about um, 3 minutes on this candle here. And important to note that you got to avoid the fake out. So don't be in a rush to jump in this trade. I'm talking to myself specifically. Uh, yeah, so what this candle, this is a doji. This looks pretty even on both sides as far as the wick. But what this tells me is just the Bulls and the Bears are just they're fighting over this line right here. So it's not gonna be easy, and it might not come early. So would have been great if I could have gotten in a trade. But I think anybody who thought about jumping in this trade right here and jumped in early, they're kicking themselves a little bit, just a little bit. I still think we are good as far as the Bulls, but we don't have a surefire way of um, we don't have a surefire bull trend yet. There we go. Looks like it's ready. We still got a minute and 45. Now it's ready to break. Oh, craziness. Okay. Well, let's get this back up. Oh, minute and a half. Let's let it finish. Let's let it finish. Minute and a half. We're looking at calls somewhere around here. Looks like we're looking at they're still fighting over that line. The craziness around this 598 line is wild. The Bears don't want to let it go. Come on, Bears. Give it up. They're fighting. Let me put this away and get off the page here. I don't like to have like I don't want to get too intense. I don't want to jump in a trade too early. Got a minute left. They are fighting over that line really tough. Like the volatility is back and forth. It's just wild. When they look at the wicks on these lines here, it's like two boxers going at it. Like and it's the last round and somebody got to knock each other out. It's kind of what visually what it says to me. But just need the Bulls to go ahead and finish the knockout punch if that's the analogy I want to use or stick with. As of right now, we're waiting on one of these two lines to be broken if it's going to go bullish and be broken and completed, right? Remember what I said earlier. You got about 20 seconds on this candle, but it needs to be a confident candle, confident break above the yellow line, not just teetering back and forth. Looks like we're getting it. Looks like the Bulls might be ready. You got about 10 seconds. All right, so I think we got what we need here. All right, we got what we need. Let's all right, so we got in at 6:55. Um, Bulls are ready to take off. Let's focus on the exit. Um, there it is. What's the exit? We bought 15 contracts at increase 701. So we bought them at 6:55. We're going to get rid of them at 701. 701. All right, 15 contracts, 701 limit order. It's locked. That's important. All right. All right, we got what we need. Record order 701. Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool. All right. Bulls are ready to take off in my opinion, but they broke that 4 hour channel, so that's the reason why we jumped in the trade. Um, just gonna explain it real quick. Let me pull that down. All right, we had the falling wedge. Um, had the 4 hour channel here. Just waiting on that yellow line to get broken. Had a lot of fighting. That 15 minutes of fighting is very important. You'll have to watch that. Or go back and rewatch that just to kind of learn some stuff. But that's how important things are as far as a trade goes. So confidently broke above the 598 yellow 4 hour channel on the 5 minute chart. So I think we're good to go bullish, at least until our exit point. Um, bought 15 contracts over the next 9 days. We have no intentions of holding it over 9 days. Probably gonna be over with in the next 20 minutes. Each price we got in at 655. So currently we're in profit, but I plan on selling. I have my limit order to sell these at 701. So this trade should be over in the next 20 minutes, maybe 20, 30 minutes. And I'm not holding it, longer than that. So, but I feel confident that we are in a bullish trend. I think the Bears are defeated. We can remove that. I think we can remove that. And it has to get up here somewhere for us to profit. But I think we're good. Like, I'm not that type of trader. Just hold it all day. I only want to be here for an hour, 2 hours. We did get in before 9:30, so that's amazing. But yep, so we're good. I think we got it. I think we got everything we need. Nothing really else to teach. Most of the teaching was done 45 minutes ago, so hopefully this will be a great lesson for y'all. If this candle can stay above this yellow line, it kind of solidifies like a pullback. Kind of got some the bears kind of pushing down here, but I think it's too late for them. So, but we'll see. Mhm. I guess keep it there so you can kind of see where it eventually will hit the line. But yeah, oh man, what an intense 45 minutes, right? If you hear me exhaling or hear me kind of coaching the market, that means I'm getting real impatient or I was getting impatient. Always good to kind of recognize that and step back. Alrighty. Just need the market to come on do its thing, baby. All right, that's a strong candle. I mean, this one, I was confident in this one here, but this one is great. I love this candle here. It's a full on bullish candle. So the bears are pretty much defeated here, from my perspective. I don't see them having much. I mean, I'm not a, I know they have some pushback, but I don't see them having much breath left in them as far as a push. I'd be a little surprised if they were able to kind of push it back down past this yellow line here. I'd be just a little surprised, but we'll see. Could have a pullback to come down here and then push stuff back up. We'll see. But you don't control that aspect, so it's important to remember that everything going further in regard of your entry and exit is solely dependent upon the rest of the participants in the market. So all of my Pre-game analysis means almost just about nothing if the rest of the market doesn't agree with you, which we'll see what happens here. I think you may get like a little bit of a little sideways pullback action, but I think we'll be okay. Now we're back to that 95% of waiting, right? So we already did the 20 seconds of an execution, which was the 5%. Now we're just back that waiting for the market to get out everywhere else. It would be great if it, did this in the next 15 minutes, but it is what it is. Just remain patient. We're already looking good. I don't like to look at my profit and loss while I'm in the trade. I just kind of like to stay focused on the trade. So I'm not going to be going back to seeing how much money I've made so far, even though I'm on the right side of the trade. Kind of, kind of superstitious in that way. Stay focused on the task at hand. Don't focus so much on the money, even though that's important. Don't focus on the profit and loss, even though, if you're losing, that's important too. You can lose it all in one trade. And, but I like to stay focused on what's happening with the candlesticks. So as long as you're focused on that, or as long as that's still intact, as long as the market is showing itself to be legit, I think you'll be fine. Market's just got to take care of the rest. So we're getting there. Got about a minute and a half on this candle specifically. Looks like you might get it. Just need them to go ahead and push up from there. Minute 20 or minute 20. Come on, Bulls. Go ahead and get it done. It's me coaching again, right? Me coaching the market. I'm not being impatient. Got my hands in my pocket though, so you don't have to worry about me moving the mouse or doing anything different. Got about a minute left on this candle. Would love for this to be done in the next minute. It's a little more push. There you go. All right, we're out. That is the trade there. We got out at 7:01. So got our profit target for the day. We made 690 bucks. Great, great trade. I'm not gonna hold this. I'm not gonna push it to be more, do anything different, but 690 bucks today is what we made. So it's the end of the video. Great trading session. I'm sorry, that's not supposed to be right there. I'm a trader. I'm not a cameraman, but or a media person. But yeah, that's it. So enjoy the video. See you on the next one.